Hi folks, this is Big Gun. If you enjoy these videos and find them informative, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate the support. And if you have any specific areas you'd like me to focus on in one of my future videos, please comment below and I'll do my best to make it happen. Today I'm going to show you a battle on Abbey. I've platooned up with Mr.Nuckinfuts, which I'll call Mr. Nux for this battle. And it's got 4 tier 10s, 5 tier 9s, 6 tier 8s in this battle. So I'm in my Progetto 46 tier 8 premium Italian medium auto reloader, and Mr. Nuckinfuts is in his STRV S1, which is a tier 8 premium Swedish TD. So right off the bat, we are deciding what we're going to do and where we're going to go to face these tier 10s and tier 9s. So we're going to get started here. And we kind of decide that Mr. Nux is going to go and watch the 8 line, and I'm going to go down in towards the Abbey with the rest of the mediums, trying to get into the Abbey. So I'm sure we've all had battles like this where we're faced with having to fight tier 10s and tier 9s and tier 8 premiums. You'll understand, I loaded premium. The gun on this tank is not very good at fighting tier 10s and tier 8s, or tier 9s rather. So we're going to try to get up in the Abbey here. Over to the right is an RU-251.
Tread damaged.
I get a shot
Penetration.
into him, but he hits me for 227. Then I get hit by
Bounce.
4202 for 232, and an SU-130 PM for 529. So I'm down to 41% of my hit points already, and we're barely into this battle. So I have to take a few minutes and kind of figure out where I'm going to go. Obviously I can't get into the Abbey, so I'm going to kind of hide from Artie right now. They've got 2 artillery on their team, and I can't afford to get hit by them right now. So, and I'm watching the mini map, and I'm looking, and I see there's an FE-4202 down in the bottom of the city. So I'm going to move over there and see if I can get some damage in against him. Score's 3-2 for the other team right now. They're ahead of us by about 1,500 hit points. And I see a tree getting knocked down, so I know there is the FE-4202 in that area. So kind of watching him, see if he's going to come down this road. And he's not, but I get a shot into him for 219. So just watching the mini map and seeing where everybody is. The 4202 still down that lower part of the city. So I'm going to try to see if I can get another shot on him from over here. Score's tied 4-4 at the moment. The enemy team has about a 1,400 hit point advantage, and I see that one of my allies, Object 430U, has moved down into the lower part of the city as well. So I can't get a shot into that FE. He's hidden. So I'm going to move down to the lower part of the city, see if I can help out. I got to get into the city a little bit to get some protection from the 1-2 line, especially the 2 line. by using these buildings. Now, I know there's an RU-251 still in the area. I'm not quite sure where he is, so I gotta watch for him. The 430U is moving up to my right, so I'll move up. I get sight of that SU-130 PM, and I put a shot into him for 238. He backs off. I still got no shots on that FV-4202. There's no shots on anything on the 2-line right now. And there's an RD that the 430U destroys. So we're down by 2 tanks, and we're down by about 3,000 hit points. Not looking good. There's the FV-4202.
Penetration.
And I get 2 shots into him before the RD kills him. So I'm going to back off while I'm reloading. And that TD is hidden behind a building. So I'm going to get up into the Abbey, see if I can find that RU-251. We're still down by 2 tanks. Almost 3,000 hit points. It's definitely not looking good, but we'll see what we can do for damage. So he's not hidden in this little corner here, so he's got to be down that road to my left. There he is.
Ready to fire. Target lost. Enemy destroyed.
And we killed the RU-251. So I'm sitting with 26% of my hit points left, which puts me at basically a 1-shot for most of these tanks in here. Let's see if I can get a shot on this SU, but he's still behind a rock and building, so I'm not going to wait there for him. And we're down by 4 tanks, roughly 4,000 hit points. I've done 1353 damage and 1 kill so far. So I'm going to use this dead tank as a little bit of protection and see if anything comes up on our cap. There's nothing showing up right now. Kind of watching behind me as well. I expect something to sneak up. And there's a 60 TP.
Enemy destroyed.
So we finish off the 60 TP. Only have 39 hit points left. We've got 3 tanks left. There's myself, there's Mr.Nuckinfuts, and there's Weapon 93 and his 5355 Tier 9 Artie. Leopard 1 comes in behind me.
Ready to fire. Target lost. Enemy destroyed.
And he gets a shot on me, but he doesn't finish me off, and I got a shot on him and destroyed the Leopard for 196. So I'm down to 13 hit points right now. And there's a Wheezy TD coming in. It looks like he's headed my way. So I try to keep him lit. And the 5355 destroys the TD. So now it's 12-11. They've still got about 2,500 hit points on us. And I'm a little bit nervous about something coming in behind me. The T-110E5 was last seen over to the left of our cap. See, Mr. Nux killed off the SU-130 PM. So now tanks are even, it's 3 each. They still have about 2,100 hit points on us.
Vehicle destroyed.
And the E5 sneaks in and finishes me off. So I managed to get 3 kills, 1588 damage. We are now at a deficit here of Mr. Nux and his Sturv and Weapons 93 and his 5355 against T110 E5 Tier 10 and the GW Tiger Tier 9 Artie and a Pershing Tier 8 Medium with a 2100 hit point disadvantage. So Mr. Nux builds himself a little nest there with those trees. And he gets sight of that T110 E5. Puts a shot in over 348. And now he's got to move to get out of there. The 5355 Artie has moved down the 8 line. To try to get some shots. So Mr. Nux moves across the top of the cap into the other side where he's got a little bit of protection from Artie. And he'll get in these bushes. Meanwhile, the Tier 9 artillery, Mr. Weapons 93 and the 5355 is headed back towards our cap to help Mr. Nux. So Weapons 93 has moved into position. There's the T110 E5 on the other side of the cap. He's lit, but he's not really showing any anything for Mr. Nux to hit. So Mr. Nux stays hidden in those bushes. I'm pretty sure the T110 E5 doesn't know where he is. So, Weapons 93 and Mr. Nux is going to work together here to see if they can have a good outcome in this battle. They're being very patient, waiting for somebody to show up. And the T110 E5 comes out to the left of Mr. Nux. Mr. Nux gets a shot in over 378, and Weapons 93 finishes off the T110 E5. So now it's 2 against 2, although the enemy still has about a 1700 hit point advantage. Both the Tier 8 Pershing and the Tier 9 GW Tiger are full health. So Weapons 93 and Mr. Nux are going to advance. They're both one-shots, so they have to be very careful. So Weapons 93 lights up the Pershing. He's on the corner of our cap, and for some reason he's not firing. We've never figured that out. He's at full health. And Mr. Nux gets a shot into him. Gets another shot into him for 358. He takes a blind shot. Another shot into the Pershing for 412. So now he's sitting at a one shot at 280 hit points. And Mr. Nux finishes him off. So now they're going to advance on the GW Tiger, the Tier 9 Arty. And Weapons has moved up into that area. And Weapons 93 destroys their Arty. So, we ended up with Weapons 93 had 5 kills, Mr. Nux had 3 kills, I had 3 kills. So there's 11 kills between the 3 tanks. It was good that Weapons 93 came in and worked together with Mr. Nux to finish off this team, and it just shows you that even though you're a Tier 8 or Tier 9, you can compete against Tier 10s. You just have to be careful and work as a team. Thanks for watching.
Get the hell out of here!